This lady, who was locked up in this palace for 30 years, do not allowed to step out of this area until the day when she passed away, and finally she was given the opportunity to see her son. Her son lived together with her 13 years in this palace, and then they got separated, and they do not allow to see each other. And 17 years later, when this lady becomes so sick, and who got a chance to see her son, and then she touched her son from head to the toe, and it burst into tears. Everybody cried out, and so on that day, she passed away after 30 years locked up in this place. And she was actually a palace maid for the emperor's mother, very beautiful, 2 years younger than the emperor. One day, when the emperor visited his mother, and his mother was not in her palace, and he found this beautiful girl and just slept with her, and the lady got pregnant, and but the emperor didn't like her. But several months later, she became pregnant, and the emperor's mother forced her to tell her who made that happen. And she said that the emperor slept with her, and several months later, and she gave birth to a son, the first son of the emperor, who is supposed to be the successor of the next generation. But that emperor didn't like her, nor the boy, refused to name that boy as the crown prince. And 13 years later, after when he got a lot of opposition from his mother and those officials who named that boy as the crown prince under the condition of separation from his mother. Yeah, so that's a like brutal act. Yeah, so his mother stay here for 30 years.
Do you see on the end of the round, the circle?
Yes,
Are they like, would they be stamped or hand carved? Just
not carved, which is covered. Covered
Right.
that is part of the ceramic tile to
Right.
protect that wooden beam from rotten.
Yep.
To cover that the
So-
top part.
So they wouldn't have some kind of stamp to stamp it in the.
Not a stamp, which is made by the ceramic tile with a
Right.
dragon design on it. To
Right.
cover that wooden top to protect that the top part of that beam from rotten, from the rainfall.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a decoration as well as the protection of that wooden beam. And this is one of the palaces, one of the six major palaces in the eastern part. We have we have seen one, and this is another one. And the fourth emperor Yongzheng in the Qing dynasty, who was actually born in this palace in 1678. Okay.
Yeah.
Another beautiful feature in this area are those two wisteria wine. Wisteria wine. You understand that word, wisteria?
Yep.
Those two wisteria wines will be blooming in April. And when we come to this area looks like the water, like the purple waterfall in this area,
Right.
because the purple is considered as a noble color, royal color. And the Forbidden City, actually, the full name of the Forbidden City is a purple Forbidden City. Purple is the noble color, which is the symbolic color of the Big Dipper. Big Dipper is considered as the living residence of the God of Heaven. So the symbolic color for the residence of the God of Heaven is purple. The Emperor's residence should be purple as well. So this area is considered as a noble area in the Forbidden City. Very beautiful of those wisterias. This is the water well. So it is said that there are 72 such water wells established in the Forbidden City. Those are water used as the drinking water for those palace maid and eunuchs, but not for the emperor and his royal families. The drinking water for the emperor originated from a jade spring right next to the summer palace, 20 kilometers away from the Forbidden City, and that area offers the best quality of drinking water in China. Okay, those
What year would these have been installed?
yeah, in 1900.
Okay.
Yeah, in late of the Qing dynasty, the first or the only water press in the Forbidden City, German-made water press. The first one established in the Forbidden City. Okay.
Does the star there have any significance? Is that
No, I think that's the symbol of that company.
right?
Yeah, from that company.
Okay.
So they use the water to do the cleaning and wash up for those people living in this area. So those each courtyard are composed by two palaces, the front palace and the rear palace. The rear palace here, there's that's an exhibition hall where we'll be seeing the paper prescription prescribed for the empress and the emperors by those imperial doctors in the Qing dynasty. We'll be seeing the copies of that. Okay, so those papers were the prescriptions given by those imperial doctors to the empress and emperors. 老佛爷 means old Buddhist grandfather.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's the nickname for
yeah,
the nickname for the dragon lady.
Yeah, right. I really know that.
So this is the only Western style building in the Forbidden City. Back to a couple of hundred years ago, which has nothing difference between this area and the other palaces in the Forbidden City. Typical Chinese style building, but this place lost in fire many times. It seems like the cursed place. Yeah, always caught on fire. The last major fire broke out here in 1845. That that extensive fire destroyed 25 rooms in this area, together with a concubine. She was killed in that fire, and so this is like a completely like a flat land, like a deserted land until to the time of in 1909, the last empress Longyu, she decided to build a palace over here which can resist fire. So given the name as the Crystal Palace, and asked those Western designing company to design to build this palace with iron and copper beams, pillars, and marble concrete walls, and the glass windows, totally a European style building, and can resist the fire. The gaps between those windows are the place to contain the water for fish swimming around, and which divided it into three layers or three-story building. The ground floor used to be the place where paved with the glasses, so people can see through that glass to see those fish to swim around. This floor is a restaurant. They can enjoy their like a fancy dinner to see those fishes to swim around. So this is like the first aquarium established in China.